Hi there again all, Fox here with the second installment of The Nightmare After Nightmare Night by Saddlesoap Opera. I'm hoping this one will be just as good, gonna add a little more voice acting in there and hope you enjoy. Twilight Sparkle, Princess Luna, and Spike stopped at the edge of the path into the Everfree Forest. The bells on Twilight's costume jingled softly as she halted. Spike, are you sure this is where Rarity went? Asked Twilight. She isn't exactly fond of this place. No doubt about it, Spike replied. I know those hoofprints anywhere. He idly cradled his tail between his claws. Underneath the fabric of his costume, the tip of his tail still bore a faint imprint from repeatedly stomping. Twilight swallowed. Well, okay then. Let's go. Twilight and Luna kept pace with Spike as he resumed tracking the unicorn he so adored. The Everfree Forest by Nightmare Night was even more forbidding and ominous than usual. Every shadow seemed to hold a pair of watching eyes, and every sound suggested pursuit by some nameless horror. Spike stayed focused on following Rarity's trail. But Twilight was free to enjoy the carnival of dread her imagination was apparently more than eager to unleash. A sudden pronouncement from the princess behind her did not help. Be not afeard, Twilight Sparkle. Thou hast our countenance this night, and no creature of darkness would dare insult us by seeking to harm thee. Art thou not relieved? Oh, yes, Luna. Twilight managed between gasping breaths. I feel so much better now. She forced a smile. Splendid! Here we hence! The trio proceeded silently for some time until they came to a gentle grade. At the bottom of a hill, a huge blue and yellow gemstone in the middle of a corpse of trees shone in the moonlight. Ah, now I get it, said Twilight dryly. A careful trip down the hill later, the alicorn, unicorn, and dragon began searching around the massive gem for any sign of their missing friend. They eyed the various door-fitted trees warily. Hey, look! Spike was straining to reach a necklace dangling from a pumpkin-shaped tree door. This is Rarity's! I know it! Rarity's inside that tree? Asked Twilight doubtfully. Okay, let's take a look. She approached the tree and ignited her horn. Beware, Twilight! Do not draw near! These trees are more than they appear. Twilight yelped in fright and turned to face Zecora, who was trotting into the strange grove from the far side. Why is every pony shouting at me tonight? The zebra brushed a lock of spider-decorated mane out of her eyes and bowed apologetically. I did not mean to startle you, only stop you from going through. Twilight raised an eyebrow. Going through? Yes, Twilight, as I said before. There is more than tree behind that door. For everyone's a bridge through time and space, connecting to a far off. Thy friend has traveled to another world? Calamitous! Una exclaimed. We must follow her at once and bring her back to Equestria. Totally! Said a voice from behind Zecora. Another world? That sounds like a blast! Rainbow Dash hovered into view. She was still wearing her crudely stitched Shadow Bolt uniform. I don't know about that, added Applejack as she trotted up to join her Pegasus friend. But if Rarity's got herself in a bind, I'll do my best to help her. A barely audible squeak and a hint of a pink mane peeking out from the side of one of the trees gave away Fluttershy's presence. Maybe if we help her, she'll come back on her own? Twilight Sparkle's face scrunched in confusion. What are you all doing in the middle of the Everfree Forest? I landed here after Luna zapped me, said Rainbow Dash. Good one, Princess! She chuckled and held out a hoof for Luna to high shoe. The princess smiled cheerfully and left Rainbow hanging. After a long, awkward moment, Spike ambled over and slapped the Pegasus's hoof himself. Dash nodded approvingly. Fluttershy peered out from her hiding place. Zecora said I could hide in her hut until the celebration was over. The Pegasus pointed a hoof back the way Rainbow Dash had come. Zecora's rustic home was just visible in the shadowy depths of the forest. Applejack dusted off her scarecrow outfit with a front hoof. I came to bring Fluttershy candy apple, don't you know? The reasons matter little now, noted Luna. You are here, and you are all welcome to accompany us into this journey, such as this call for a full party of... Did some pony say party? Twilight Sparkle nearly jumped out of her robes as Pinkie Pie, still in her full chicken costume, leapt out from behind one of the trees. Pinkie? What? The pink earth pony grinned. Oh, I was just in the neighborhood, you know, pecking on things, scratching at the dirt, and not trying to figure out how to safely gather Poison Joke or the awesome prank at all. Her eyes darted to and fro. Her smile was brimming with faux innocence. Twilight straightened her hat and beard. Okay. Princess Luna is still right. With a larger group, you'll find Rarity sooner. We'll be back in no time. Twilight turned to face the pumpkin door, but Zecora galloped over and stood in her way. The zebra held up a warning hoof. Estefania Hivio, you mustn't go, for you may lack a way of safely coming back. What do you mean? Zecora gestured widely at the strange trees. The ways beyond are mostly sealed. The right conditions make them yield. Only on an eerie nightmare night can one open this door of fright. Spike's eyes widened. But the night's almost over. We don't have much time. The little dragon scampered past Zecora and tried to hop high enough to reach the door's triangular handle. Not so! Dost thou forget who we are? The night does not end until we permit it! The alicorn spread her wings and cast her gaze skyward. Her horn glowed and the moon jerked from the horizon back to the middle of the night sky. Luna smiled proudly. There! Sally forth, brave ponies, we shall venture to Ponyville in the meantime and ensure that Nightmare Night continues until your return. Twilight looked up at the re-risen moon dubiously. Princess, are you sure this is a good idea? After what happened before? A hint of sorrow crossed Luna's features, but she pushed it down. Thy concerns are valid, Twilight Sparkle, but surely thou canst see that the situation is different. We are not condemning Equestria to eternal night. We are helping a pony in need. We are certain the townspeople will understand. And besides, Luna hoofed at the ground sheepishly, we would also like a chance to have more fun. Twilight smiled. All right, Princess, I understand. Now everybody else, who's ready to go rescue Rarity? The assembled group let out a mighty cheer, as well as a small, terrified squeak. Okay, let's do this! Twilight took a deep breath, ignited her horn, and magicked open the pumpkin door.